for tuning in. Today's session is a high intensity interval training session, also called Hiit. But the session here is for you if you're a beginner or just maybe looking for a workout that's a little bit more moderate compared to some of the other sessions of Hiit training you can find either here on my channel or other places on YouTube. The only thing you will be needing today is an exercise mat. You will be needing a band. If you don't have a band, don't worry about it. Maybe you have a set of dumbbells and you can use those instead. We are going to work for 40 seconds and we have 15 seconds to get ready to the next exercise. The setup is like this. We have 4 exercises, pulse and strengthening focused exercises. We're going to do them one after each other and then we're going to do it for 3 rounds. When we have done that block, we are going to grab a bit of water and then we have another block with 4 different exercises. Doing a pulse focused and a strengthening exercise, doing an exercise with the exercise band or just working our own body weight. And when the time of this session is done, you have been working your entire body in this full body exercise session. I will help you and I will guide you and you focus on the quality. I will give you some tips and tricks along the way. I'll remind you to engage your core muscle, your pelvic floor, and of course, focus on the quality. The quality and intensity is all up to you. So try to do the pulse focused exercise where you are targeting getting shorter breath. Remember, if you are new in this high intensity training, you just look after yourself, and as you should in all other kinds of exercise session, but always have the focus in mind. I will promise you, you will get stronger, you will get better. The good thing about working with a time sequence instead of counting is that you can go in the tempo that fits you the best. So enough talking, let's go with a short warm-up, and after that we are going to do the 2 blocks, ending off with some glute works where we are going to use the exercise band as well. But I will of course show you and guide you, and we are going to end this session with a bit of stretch. So everything there is to look after for a good workout, welcome, and let's go. Starting out with a little bit of a warm-up. So we're just going to walk on the spot, lifting our knees up, moving our arms forth and back. Opening up a little bit. Already now you're engaging your core muscle, your pelvic floor, and we are doing a little bit of rotation, so waking up our spine, going back into center, and keep moving here. Chin in and chest up, looking proud. Of course you look proud. You are here doing a good job. Maybe this is a beginning of a journey. Good for you. Opening up. So keep going and go back in again. Continuing doing a bit of a kick. So lifting one leg after each other, lifting up, kicking, getting a bit of stretch and moving your ankles, getting ready for the movements in the Hiit session. Keep going, kicking and lifting up a bit of a knee, keeping your lower back in the same nice position, not flexing in your lower back, but keeping yourself in a straight line. Swinging our arms, hands up to our shoulders, and get one arm up at the time. Engaging your pelvic floor, pressing up. Now we're gonna press in front of us. Keep lifting those knees, and you can always do a less of a range of motion. That is all depending on you. So if you have a hard time lifting that knee up because of a little bit of stiffness in your lower back, just keep your knees a little bit further down to the ground and you will get there eventually. Swinging one leg at the time and moving your arms up, getting a bit more effective of your breathing. So inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, or maybe you want to inhale both ways when we do a little bit more of a pulse focused exercise. Getting into the middle here, lifting off, getting up on our toes, moving our ankles, lifting straight up, both arms up, keeping your chin in. Straight up and a bit of bouncing. 4 and 3, 2, keep your arms going, heel out to the side. And we're gonna press it out to the side, lifting ourselves up. Inhaling. You might as well get that breathing in place because you will be needing it when we set off. Going up again, just pointing your toe in front of you and arms as well. Very good. Heel out to the side. Go a little bit, bouncing in your knees for another 8. Doing a good retraction with your shoulder blades. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Shoulders back, making good, nice circles, going backwards. And the opposite direction, lifting in front of us. Hands on our thighs, moving from one side to the other one, making a bit of rotation, of course, on a nice and straight alignment here. And just feeling a little bit of a stretch in your inner thigh. Twisting, waking up our upper body as well. So just like hip training, it's a good thing because we are using our entire body. Sometimes the exercise is a little bit more upper body focused, and sometimes it's a bit more core focused, and sometimes it's more lower body focused. So when you're doing one exercise that is, for example, upper body focused, you do know you have a little bit of a rest period because the next exercise might be a core focused exercise and so on. So by the end of the time, you've been working out for approximately 25 minutes, doing a great job, pressing yourself, getting short of breath, and getting yourself into be a lean, burning calorie machine. So that's a very efficient, working hard, but in a short period of time. Very good. Enough talking. Hopefully you warmed up, or else you just put this on a pause and do a little bit more of jogging on the spot or whatever fits you the best, and then you're ready to join me. So grab a bit of water and we are ready. I'm going to show you the next exercise in the rest period. So the first exercise, we are going to go with high lifting of a knee, one arm to the opposite leg, clapping and getting a bit shorter breath. So hopefully you got some water. The exercise band you're just gonna put next to you, we're gonna use that in block number 2. So the first 4 exercises, we're not gonna use the band. 40 seconds work, 15 seconds for the next exercise. Counting down from 10. Ready to get a bit shorter breath. Shoulders back, chin in, and we are moving up. So one arm to the other knee, keeping yourself in a straight position, just because your body loves you to do that, working in a proper way, building up your body, not breaking down. Chin in to ease off your neck, and make sure that you are making sure that your pelvic floor is engaged as well in this exercise all the way through. Shoulders down, lifting up, 4 seconds. Good. Going down into a plank position, giving a good tuck in your ab area. And lifting off, moving one leg up and back down again. So maybe you need to be here on your knees, then you just do that. Reaching up, shoulders back, or coming from one leg at the time from your knees, or maybe from your toes. And of course you can alternative between getting up on your toes and back down on knees. Looking down, maybe 2 hands on top of each other to get a bit of a support for your neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Squeezing your core area. Good job. Getting up on standing, running on the spot, going out and back in again. Boxing with those arms, shoulders back, getting ready to get shorter breath. So boxing, opening up, back in again, opening up. Inhale, exhale. So now you should be hearing your breathing get a bit affected. You can go here, opening up and in again. I know you're doing the best you can. Time by time, you will get stronger and better. Keeping your chin in, opening up in those legs. Good. Lying down on your stomach, hands underneath our hips. Bending our knees into a 90 degree. We're gonna lift one leg at the time, resting our forehead, relaxing our shoulders, up and back down again. Make sure that you have engaged your core area to keep your lower back in a steady position, and every time you're lifting off that knee, you are squeezing your glute muscle. Maybe you want to rest your forehead and lifting, squeezing. And every time you squeeze that glute muscle, you might as well engage your pelvic floor. Lifting, go back down again. Don't forget to engage your core area. Lifting off that knee. Squeezing. That was exercise number 4. Back to exercise number 1, clapping our knees in a straight position. 3, 2, and up we go. Getting back to get shorter breath. You do know, after this one, we have a strengthening focused exercise. Not that we're not affected on our breathing doing the strengthening exercise, but hopefully a little bit less than the pulse focused exercise. Up and going with those arms. Do you have a shoulder issue? You can keep your hands underneath your shoulders, and if not, just reaching up to that ceiling. Keeping your lower back in a nice, good position. Good job. Going down on our forearms, on knees or on toes. One leg up at the time. Shoulders back and squeezing your core muscle. Up and back down again. Using your entire core area, but also your oblique muscle. In and back out again. Or on your toes. Maybe you want to do 10 seconds on your toes and 10 seconds on your knees. An alternative between that. Doesn't matter as long as the quality is perfect and you are feeling the muscle working. Don't think about anything else. This is your hour of power, or maybe more correctly said, half an hour. Looking after you and back up again. We are ready to run on the spot, boxing in and out. And here we are, going in and opening up. Or maybe you want to do the walking in and out. Hopefully you have some good shoes on to do this exercises. Out and back in again. Inhale and exhale. Just keep your mouth a bit open. That way you get a lot of oxygen in. Relax your shoulders for another 8 seconds before we're lying down on our stomach using our glute muscle. Very good. Lying down. Hands underneath our hips, ready to lift up, maybe one leg at a time, or maybe you want to go with both legs, all depending on you. Squeeze go back down again. So maybe this is not your first time doing this session and you feel, I could be a little bit more challenged in this exercise. Then you just go lifting off both your knees at the time. Make sure that you have engaged your core area to keep your lower back working along the way with your glute muscle. The biggest muscle in your body loves to be worked, but usually it's mostly used for sitting on it. Good job. Back up, doing exercise number 1, a third and final round. Shoulders back, ready to clap those knees, hands up. And twisting and turning. Good job. Enjoying that you do know the exercise by now, so you can give your full in to focusing on getting shorter breath. Inhale and exhale. Chest up, chin in. Keep going for another 5 seconds. Good job. Down on our forearms, on knees, or on toes, or a little bit of each. Shoulders away, but keep your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Engaging your core muscle. And up again. Inhaling and exhaling, or maybe you gotta go on your knees. So if you're struggling too much up on your toes, having a hard time keeping the good alignment, don't worry about it. You will be better, but go down on your knees and keep going. Your bodies actually don't care about what you do as long as you feel it in a good, proper way. So no hanging in your lower back. Keep the good quality. It doesn't matter if you're on your toes or on your knees, as long as you can feel it. Working. Good. Up to standing position. Running in and out. 1 exercise to go after this one, and we have a bit of a water break. Coming in, going out. Easing off your shoulders even though you are moving with your arms. Enjoying the moment. And remember, a lot of stuff is starting up in top of your head, convincing yourself that you can do it, and that is good for you, and I know it is. And through my years of both being a physiotherapist and personal trainer and group exercise instructor, I've seen people getting better and better, just fighting and keep trying. Good job. Lying down, doing the front lift. Single leg or both legs. Forehead down. And this is a good time to engage your pelvic floor. I do know as time goes by, it's getting a little bit more challenged to keep everything in place. So incorporate your pelvic floor in all these different kind of exercises, and it should, because the pelvic floor is a muscle as well. Lifting off, go back down again, squeezing, and remember, in just a few seconds we have a little bit of a break, and lifting back, and that's it. Putting the timer to a stop, get some water, ready to do block number 2 with 4 different exercises. Continuing doing a pulse focused exercise and a strengthening focused exercise. In this block, you will be needing your exercise band in 2 of the exercises. The first one, we are not going to use it. Then we're going to do a kickback, swinging our arms up and down, getting our pulse going. And then on the second exercise, we're gonna do a triceps kickback. So put out your exercise band in front of you, getting ready to grab those bands and going back and forth again. So just showing you that so you know what's coming up. And in number 3 exercise, we just keep sticking onto those exercise band, doing a movement here, trying to get our pulse going a little bit more. So exercise band in front of you, enough talking, ready to do the kickback, lifting our arms up. 10 seconds, ready to lift off, kick back in your buttocks. 2 and 1. So maybe you want to stay a little bit closer to the ground with your feet. Then you could go up here, and you could also be pushing your hands in front of you. Again, if you have a shoulder issue, it might be better to keep your hands underneath shoulder level. Lifting, getting that heel up, kicking, reminding yourself that it's healthy to get shorter breath for another 10 seconds. Lifting up and back down again. Very good. Getting that exercise band standing with a little bit of precision between your legs. Bending our elbows, lifting your chest up, squeezing your core muscle, and we are gonna kick it back. Triceps kick back, because we are kicking back and using our tricep muscle here along our arm, lifting that chest up, keeping your good, nice alignment with your neck. And every time we're squeezing, straightening our arms, we are engaging your core muscle and pelvic floor a little bit more. Straight back in again. Shoulders back down. Remember, just in a few seconds, keep your exercise band in your hands, kicking and coming back in, easing off, all depending on your length of your band, moving forth and back, shoulders down. 3 more seconds, 2, and kick it off, sort of like a skiing movement. Twisting and turning, hands up. To ease off a little bit, you can go down. Again, all depending on how tight your exercise band is. Pushing, pushing. Twisting, loosening up in your knees. Inhaling and exhaling. In a few seconds, we are lying down on our back, not using the exercise band. Keep going with me for another 5 seconds, feeling the burn in your upper body, in your arms. Lying down that exercise band, down here, hands down, reaching up and going out again. Chin in and off we are, lifting our knees up. And try to look at my heels, they're not up, they're down here, straight out. If this is too much for your lower back, just keep your knees bended, lifting and back down again here. And if you have no problems with your lower back, straight out, back in again. So try not to let your feet and your legs be swinging up and down like this. Try to keep your heels tucked into your glute area and lifting off. It doesn't matter if you just press off a little bit with your hands. Chin in, feeling your lower abs working. That was the 4th exercise. Back up again to exercise number 1, our second round. Kicking off, lifting arms up or maybe in front of you. Yeah, can't wait to go. But do remind yourself that if you don't need the 15-second rest period, then you need to work a little bit harder. Yep, sad to tell you the truth, but you should feel pressing it for the last few seconds. Heel up, lifting straight arms up. If this is too much, go down here, do a less range of motion. Only 5 more seconds doing a strengthening focused exercise in a few seconds. Grab your exercise band or maybe your dumbbells. Getting in here, doing a triceps kickback. Chest up, feeling the back of your arms burning in just a few seconds. Keep those shoulders down, engaging your core area. Inhale, exhale, straight line back. Try not to be standing like this. Keep yourself up in a good position, but ease off your lower back. Straightening those elbows, feeling your burning triceps muscle, shoulders back. Keep going for another 5 seconds. And remember, keep your exercise band in your hands for number 3. So we are ready to do the boxing movement in front of us. Arms up, shoulders back, 5 more seconds. Inhale and exhale. Going in that skiing position, twisting and turning, bouncing a bit in your knees, weight on your heels. So forth and back, chin in, chest up, moving like you never moved before. Engaging your core muscle, just keep it going for only 12 seconds. Lying down in a few seconds, using the lower part of our abdominal muscle. Sometimes a hard spot to get done and worked. So lying down, heels tucked in, and arms down, chin in, lifting and straight out. Or maybe you want to do the bending as I showed in the other round. Straight out, lifting off, inhaling and exhaling, reaching out. Ease off your shoulders, up and out again. Focusing on what you're working with here. Feeling your core area working, but very precisely in the lower part. Very good. And we are back up again, doing our third and final round. Hands up, ready to do the kick, reaching up. So let's go. Squeezing, reaching up, engaging that pelvic floor, helping with your core area. Chest up, heel up. I'll do the modification here. Maybe you want to do 10 seconds lifting up and 10 seconds in the middle. Or maybe you just want to stay underneath shoulder level if you have a shoulder issue. Chin in, bouncing in during the few last seconds. Good. Get your exercise band. Yeah, need to be a little bit fast here in the 15 seconds. Some might say it's a little bit exaggerated to call it a rest period. Some might say it's just a transaction from one exercise to the other one. Maybe just a little bit of both. Squeezing, reaching back, looking proud, lifting that chest up, squeezing, and you could always go with one arm at a time, or maybe you just want to keep going here with me, using your exercise band or maybe a set of dumbbells. It's our third and final round. Keep going. Here we are, keeping your band in your hands, ready to do the boxing and rotation loosening up in those knees and toes pointing out, shoulders back, and twisting. If it gets too much, then you can drop the band or maybe your dumbbells and keep going with me. So the best thing is to keep it up, keep doing some kind of movement. And maybe you've been doing this the first time, or maybe it's your second or 10th time, and hopefully you can see some progression. Some people might like to write it down, and some just remember how good they are being by keep trying. Off with the band, but not too far away. We're going to use it in just a few seconds. Doing the ab here, shoulders down, relaxing your neck. Lifting off, straight out, or maybe keep your knees bended to ease off your lower back. Squeezing and engaging your core muscle. Remember, there's a water break in just a few seconds. So while we're doing this ab-focused exercise, you're resting in your upper body, which we just did work in the previous exercise. And that's good thing about HIIT training, resting in one area while using another one. Keeping myself burning and put the timer on for a stop. Grab a bit of water and stay put because we're gonna do some glute work. If you do have an exercise band, you are, all depending on the length of it, you are gonna fold it and wrap it around your legs just above knee level, and you are gonna make a good tight knot here, so you're getting the feel of using, of course, your muscle. So we are starting out, we have 4 exercises. We're gonna do them one after each other for 3 rounds, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a stretch, and you have been doing an excellent workout for today. Lying all the way down to ease off our neck, and we are gonna straight the upper leg, lifting up and back down again. If this is too much for your lower back, just keep your knee bended and do exactly the same exercise. We're gonna work here for 40 seconds, counting down. And then of course I will show you the next exercise when we're gonna lie on our back in just a few seconds. 3, engage your core muscle and lifting up and back down again. Feeling the glute area working here. But do promise me and yourself to keep your core muscle working here to protect your back. So relaxing that neck, relaxing your foot, of course both of them. Also the resting leg tends to little bit of a tight position lying here. Just focus in relaxing your feet. Doing all the movement up in your hip area. Off and back down again. Lying on our back, doing a hip thruster, opening up and doing an abduction, moving your knees out to the side, relaxing your shoulders, and up we go, going down again. Squeezing and keeping your feet together, knees going out and in again. So try not to do a hyperextension in your lower back. Let it be your glute muscles stopping the movement going up. If you feel it anyways in your lower back, just stop the movement a little bit before. This is a good time to work with your pelvic floor as well. So squeezing that pelvic floor, opening up, back down again, inhaling and exhaling. Feeling every single repetition. Lying on the opposite side as before, bending the lower leg, straight upper leg, or maybe you want to go with the modification with 2 legs bended. Lifting and engaging your core muscle. Relaxing those feet. And every time we are lifting up, feeling your glute area. So if you feel like struggling too much with a straight knee here, don't worry about it. Bend your knee and keep moving. And again, you can do 10 seconds of each and get stronger along the way. Inhale, exhale, lifting back down again. In just a few seconds, we are lying on our stomach, doing our fourth exercise, turning around, hands underneath your forehead, and we are lifting up our upper body as well as our lower body. Doing a retraction, using our muscle along the spine, but combining it with using our glute area. Going back with those elbows, looking down. Inhale as we go up, exhale as we go down. 50 more seconds before we are doing round number 2. Feeling every muscle working here. Good. Exercise number 1, lying on our right side, or the side you started out with, bending that lower leg for a little bit of support, straight upper leg, or maybe bend both. Up and back down again. So relaxing your neck on your arms and focusing on using your hip area. A good muscle to be working accordingly, because this is a supporting muscle for our whole hip area, and also a good muscle to be working with to support every time we are taking one step. We are standing on one leg, getting our muscle working and lifting off, back down again. Very good. Lying on our back, feet close to each other, relaxing your shoulders and upper body, getting ready to moving up, squeezing back down again. Up we go and down again. Reaching back, inhaling, exhaling, and as you squeeze your glute muscle, you are getting your pelvic floor to work with you. Up and down again. Feeling again every repetition. Squeezing and lying on your left side or the opposite of the other one that we started out with, and underneath your head. Get into the sit position and get ready, lifting up, back down again. Engaging your core muscle, straight leg or bended leg. And of course you can do these exercises if you don't have a band. Up and down. Feeling away for 10 more seconds. Hang on with me. Relaxing those feet. Moving up, back again. Turning around, hands underneath your forehead. Ready to up and get those legs out to the side. Up and back again. Inhaling, exhaling. Doing a good retraction with our shoulder blades, lifting up, feeling your muscle along the spine, feeling your glute area, and do engage your pelvic floor. 7 more seconds before we have our final round. Good job. Our third and final round, lying on our right side. Doing a last set here, engaging our core muscle. 2 and 1. Lifting up, back down again. Squeezing, lowering back again. Up and down. Feeling your whole hip area. Relaxing your feet. Engaging your core muscle. Working for another 5 seconds. Turning around, feet close position. Relaxing shoulders, chin in. Ready to go up and get those knees out to the side. Up and back down again. Inhale, exhale. Squeezing both your glute muscle, your core muscle, pelvic floor. Feeling it every time you're lifting up. Lying on our left side. Hands underneath your head. Getting ready. And 2, 1. Up with that leg. Squeezing, lifting. Of course, you can do this session during the 2 blocks alone. And if you one day need a bit of a glute work, but feeling exhausted, too exhausted to do the HIIT workout, you can just move on this sequence to this part where you're doing the glute focused exercise. So many ways to do it here on YouTube. Up and down, turning around, hands underneath your forehead. Looking down and up we go, back down. Inhale as we go up, exhale as we go back down again. Squeezing, enjoying our last 4th exercise in this 3rd final round. 10 seconds. 4 to go. Hang on, and here we are. Very good. Up to a sitting position. Get rid of the exercise band. Maybe you want to grab a little bit of water. And we're just gonna do a few minutes of stretching. Sitting down here, legs out to the side, shoulders back, and engaging that core area. Leaning forward, stretching in your inner thigh, shoulders back. And inhale, and as we go down, exhale. So don't get further into that stretching part, as you can do an easy breathing and keeping your chest up, leaning forward, getting up to A sitting position with your legs in front of you, reaching for your toes, stretching out in those hamstring muscle, keeping your chest up, feeling it all the way. And if possible, grab your toes, getting those toes up, pointing towards your nose. And if not, just find a good, comfortable place to keep your hands chin in, leaning forward as we can feel our hamstring giving off a little bit here. And lying down on your right side, hands underneath your head, getting that top leg, feeling a good stretch in your hip area and your knee area, engaging your core muscles so you're not doing a hyperextension in your lower back. Feeling the stretch. Very good work. I'm sure you did the best you could. Relaxing, turning around, hands underneath your shoulders, lifting up, or maybe you just want to stay put here on your forearms. And getting a good, nice stretch in your ab area. And going all the way down, turning around to the opposite side, lying all the way down and reaching for that top leg, loose elbow, feel the stretch in front. And of course, in a few seconds, we'll do a glute stretch, doing all that glute work in the end of this HIIT session. Ease off, getting back into a sitting position, straight left leg, right leg in front of you, grabbing that leg, feeling the stretch in your glute area, relaxing your shoulder, getting up to a nice straight position with your back. And as you exhale, get a little bit more stretch. And alternative to the other leg, grabbing that leg with your opposite arm. Feeling the stretch. So from me to you, a full body workout, warming up, doing the high intensity session, a bit of a glute workout and stretching. And getting into a sitting position. If you felt like getting anything out of this content, please give it a thumb up. Maybe you want to subscribe to this channel, of course, all for free. And hopefully I will see you here. I will put some suggestions up on top of this session and below for other training session here on my channel. Reaching up, inhale, go back down, exhaling, lifting up and back down again, inhaling, exhaling, and just one more to go, and go back and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. Stay healthy, stay happy, and see you soon. Bye.